Welcome back, everyone. It's been a minute since I've talked about some of my favorite valued Android phones, and this right here, the Samsung Galaxy S10, is by far one of my favorite phones that have ever came out, period. I think it's also one of the biggest advancements from one Android phone to the other, especially for Samsung. But on top of that, I still think in 2021, over 2 years this phone came out, it's still a very good option for a lot of you, and I would highly recommend you guys to pick it up for sure. If you want to get it, links are down in the description. You can get them from there and help support the channel at the same time. Now, just bask in the glory of this phone. Just look at how beautiful this device looks. You have a massive, beautiful, over 6-inch display, dynamic AMOLED, and it's 1440p. Now, with the Galaxy S9, as most of you know, I mean, that was a good looking phone too, but the jump from an S9 to an S10, it was a pretty big jump, in terms of design. The curved display on this thing, the way it just looks, I mean, you can give me this phone today in terms of this panel, and I would be super happy about it. The only thing it's lacking is a lack of a 120 hertz display. Other than that, it's really not that bad. And to be honest, even that isn't that big of a deal for this specific phone because it still looks extremely beautiful. Now, like I mentioned, the curved display is one of the best things about this phone for sure. But let's take a look at the bottom. You can see you have a headphone jack, USB Type-C, and if you flip to the side, you have a micro SD card slot, which is crazy, or it's at the top somewhere, yeah, right there. That's some crazy stuff in my opinion to have that type of IO for this type of phone that looks so beautiful from a flagship from Samsung is pretty unheard of nowadays. They removed the micro SD card slot on all their phones now for the most part, except for their A series, and this is one of those phones that still have it. This is such a capable phone in that sense, which is something I'm really happy about. But also, the chassis of the phone looks beautiful, still looks like a flagship. Flipping it to the back, this phone looked so much better than the S20. I think the back of it looked better than a lot of other Samsung phones that have been coming out for the most part. The only thing that maybe even beat this was the S20's ones, but other than that, still a beautiful phone. Beautiful triple camera setup. You have a wide angle lens, telephoto, and ultra wide sensor. Those are extremely important things to have on a phone, in my opinion. I'm glad it didn't have like an ultra wide and like a telephoto and wide. I'm glad it had all three because at this time Samsung could have easily just put a single camera setup or a dual camera setup and been fine with it. But they put that triple camera setup, which was awesome. And at this time, Apple didn't even have triple camera setups. They still had dual cameras until later 2019. But the best thing about this is still something that a lot of other phones don't have is that this phone has reverse wireless charging. You can go ahead and put another device. Now, I don't know if this is going to work per se, but you can throw another device on this specific phone and have it charge up other devices, which is crazy. Now, this iPhone is completely dead, so I don't even know if it's going to charge or not, but you have that capability, which I don't know if I know that was a bad showcase of it, but just having that capability is crazy. And in that sense, I mean, this phone was pretty much ahead of its time, in my opinion, making me think that this is still a very good phone for sure. And that's not even touching the performance. Like I mentioned, I'm not a fan of One UI. I never was. I think I threw a launcher on here, like Nova Launcher, a while ago, and it's barely even changed anything. Like it's still One UI when you look at it. But here's the thing. I'm a fan of this phone, software or not. I think this phone still has very good performance. I think this phone still has a lot going for it. I think the cameras still are some of the best cameras out there. 4K 60 on the back and the front. And it's just really hard to find a phone that's like that much better than this device. To be completely honest, this was peak Samsung. I think the S20 was obviously a better phone, but this one, just the advancement that Samsung did at that time, it was pretty impressive and I'm a fan of it. There's still bugs, there's still glitches here and there. It's never not going to be, it's never going to be perfect. But this is a solid phone in that sense, and I'm a fan of what Samsung did with the Galaxy S10, and I think it's one of the best budget Android phones you can pick up for sure. So that's pretty much it. Like I mentioned, if you want to buy it, links are down below. Hit the like button if you guys enjoyed the video, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.